Recap. Yeah, I believe the time before we were just coming back to the city after our near-death escapade with the orcs, and we meet the Grey Cloak who's friendly. What was his name? Luciano. He says there's a fight coming between some of the citizens and the orcs, and he tries to recruit us. We decided we shouldn't because it's hard to learn information in the middle of a battle. We went for a walk. We ended up outside the city looking down at like the meat area where the orcs load ships. And what did we see? We saw meat boxes loaded onto the barges. And we came back into the city, try and figure out where that meat gets packed, but it turns out most of the main butcher shops are inside the orc settlement or the orc region of the city. So I think we're sort of stuck. We walked over to this area of the orcs, and I believe we were considering breaking into it.
All right, Stuart, do you have anything to add?
We'd spent quite a bit of time looking around the cart house as well. That was kind of the main thing we were looking at trying
Cart
to break
house,
into.
that's what. Right? Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it seemed like a reasonably well-guarded building in the middle of the city, hence our caution before. I'm thinking increasingly like, to hell with caution, and in we go. But yeah, I think...
Same. I mean, we're not just gonna... Yeah.
All right,
we're not gonna just walk around the city and look at the architecture the whole time. Although that would be a great way to test the imagination of a GM.
All right, so we're going to start with the two of you walking away from that sweet meat vendor on the street.
Okay. Well, where to, Giovanni?
Hard to say. I feel like breaking into the Orcs district to try and investigate things in there seems very foolhardy, even in desperation.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, we don't seem to have learned very much going around the place.
No. At least breaking into the cart house would be is separate. We're not tackling hundreds of orcs. Maybe a dozen. Hopefully less.
Yeah, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it feels at least outside their area of the city.
Yeah, so indeed.
It's outside their district.
Right.
So we can try and sneak around the back, or maybe we just try and...
Yeah, we did see a little gate there, didn't we? Or a small door. Mm-hmm. Although I do vote we wait till nightfall.
See, I was wondering about that. Do we wait for nightfall, or do we go now whilst hopefully some of the orcs are still out doing their job with the refuse collection? I don't necessarily know that we have the advantage we might think going at night. People go to sleep, but do the orc guards go to sleep?
You make a good point, mate. And we're sure it will be guarded at night.
I think so. I mean, it might be less guarded, but
I'm
not sure it will.
Yeah, you might be right. We could take another walk down that back alley. See if we could figure out a pattern for the sentries.
Yeah. Keep an eye, see if there's a group of them leave, head out and sensibly collect more rubbish. In reality, who knows what? That's kind of the question, isn't it?
Yeah, dirt coming out of somewhere.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's the
All
other thing
right
to look
then.
out for, I suppose. A hole in the ground.
Right.
I guess that's the other way to break in. We just start digging and tunnel our way in. I'm sure that'll only take us a week or so.
Uh-huh. Not really in either of our skill sets, is it?
No. Something tells me
Hmm.
the city might be somewhat on fire by the time we get there.
Very true. Well spoken. All right then. Shall we head over?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting on a little later in the
I
afternoon. It takes about an hour to get back into the district where the cart house is. It's quiet. The mood is still quite oppressive. All of the windows are shuttered and boarded.
Hmm. Yeah.
well, here we are, peeking out of the dark alley. I think I just heard a rat run across behind me. Ugh.
Well,
Well,
clearly the orcs aren't doing as good a job picking up the rubbish if there's rats, huh? I'm sure there were no rats here with the others doing it. I'm
true.
sure
With good old, what's his face who disappeared recently?
Erico, I believe.
Eduardo, Erico. Yeah,
Yes, I'm sure he definitely didn't leave any rats in this densely populated city.
not a single one.
You hear the
Okay.
scratch of sandal on stone from behind you.
Hi, who's there?
You turn around and Mina comes out from behind the corner, this small, dark haired street urchin with shifty eyes.
Ah, hello again.
Mina,
Coincidence seeing you here.
I've.
do you have more wine to spill?
I don't have any wine, but I can't help but noticing this is the second time that you've tried to stake out the cot house, and you asked me about it earlier. What?
Oh, I'm sure there's nothing to that. You wouldn't happen to know a way in, would you?
Hmm. I have been around there a few times. I don't know if I can remember. I wish I had something to loosen
Ah,
my memory.
I think any chance a silver piece would loosen your memory.
Hmm. And she like holds out her fingers.
I hand her one.
So there's a door in the back of the establishment, but it's locked. And I don't know how to pick locks, but there are also some rotting boards on the back end. During the bustle of the day, the two of you could probably break it open and make it inside without anyone noticing.
Hmm. Excellent. Mina, do you know how many sentries there are?
I've only seen the one at the front. I haven't been able to make it inside the building. I think they
Right.
post an extra one at nighttime.
I see. Good to know. Well, thank you, miss. And here's an extra piece just to make sure you don't tell anyone else about our little conversation here.
And she takes it and
I,
starts to scurry off.
well, that was helpful.
Yeah, always useful to keep on side with the poor and desperate of the city. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, indeed. Those weak boards seem like a good choice. I don't know that anyone would put sentries inside a building that they think is securely locked. So we might be just dealing with the one.
Yes, I'm sure the orcs, fearing tension and realizing that the city is turning rather sour and dangerous, wouldn't possibly put any extra guards in. I think it's quite likely that there's just the one out front. We'll be fine.
Famous last words, eh?
Always. Well,
Well,
despite
this
Mina's
sentry at
excellent suggestion at the bustle of the day, I don't think there's going to be any bustle for quite a while.
no. Um, hmm. I bet you we could find another alley that brings us out back, so we don't have to walk right past that sentry, though.
Probably.
All right, let's go for a walk.
If the rats can find the way.
Yeah.
And I walk. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
you can circle around and find a back alley that will bring you to the back of this establishment. It's barren around there. It's dirty. There's rats, um, plants growing from between the cobblestones, and like filth and soil everywhere.
Hmm. Ugh. Well, they certainly don't clean this section. Hmm. Anyways, there's the back door.
Yes. I
Yeah,
mean,
you can see on that wall. There's where Mina said there's a few rotting boards. It looks like a swift kick would loosen it.
Perfect. Well, I think we can kick right through that. Let me just put on my armor. Well,
yes, probably
actually,
sensible.
are we trying to do this by stealth or by force?
Well, stealth, preferably.
Huh. I think I'd still rather have the armor on in case we run head on into an orc inside.
I think that would be wise.
Yeah. All right. I'll put on my armor. Grumbling as I pull it over my head.
I will take out my sort of brown greenish glass stone with the angular shapes on it and sort of draw out the geodesic pattern in front of me and put a ward on myself, or at least attempt to put a ward on myself. I think I will use taxing for this, but I'll stick a couple of heightens on it as well. If I can remember how that works, I'm sure I'll get there.
Mate, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Nope. Absolutely not.
Do you have an idea for what it looks like when like a sigil fizzles?
No, that one. Oh yeah, so with the heightens, that's 12. I add my level, which doesn't make enough of a difference, right?
That's right.
So it's an 11 in total, right? But the DC would be 12 because of the heightens I put on it.
All right.
Believe. So yeah, no, I haven't really thought as to what I guess.
If not, that's
Do
fine.
I
We,
need to
we can just come
do I,
back to this. We can just come back to this later.
yeah, this isn't like a thing where I need to check how badly it fizzles, right?
That's only if you roll
Or
a
do I?
natural one.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That was the main thing I was checking for. Okay. Yeah. So I'm halfway through this sort of geodesic pattern when suddenly another a few rats scurry around behind me, sort of slightly throw off one of the patterns that I'm trying to form, and just as the sort of slight shimmering energy that I'm sort of drawing in the air is nearly finished, it's sort of just like jagged sort of break through one of the lines, and then the thing just slightly shakes and vibrates, just this sort of slight energy field, and then just disappears out around me. I'm just left with nothing and just the stone in front. Just
Blimey!
okay. Well, let's hope that's just for now.
Yeah, can you try again soon? I don't know how this wizardry stuff works.
Absolutely, but let's just move on for the time being. I'll get some focus back in a bit.
Having stood
Okay.
here for like a few minutes,
This,
you start to hear like the crunching of sandal against stone, or coming from around the front of the building.
I didn't mean. I didn't
Well,
mean. Sorry, that we should stand there waiting for me to try again. By the way, just in case that was what was.
I mean,
right.
more I was thinking for Joseph to put on his armor.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Just wanted to. But yeah, that's no worries. Hmm. Well, let's just wander this way for now.
Sure.
I sort of start heading off in the opposite direction, leading
All right.
Brocasio with me.
Both of you can roll stealth.
D20.
Yeah, just roll stealth. It's a skill on your character sheet. Okay, you both manage to scurry out of the way, but you hear the crunching stop, and then it waits around for a moment, and then you hear the footsteps going back to the front of the building.
Oof. Well, that was a close one, Giovanni. I thought that sentry stayed out front. Maybe they can
Maybe
smell us.
or heard something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's be quick about this. Let's go in.
All right, let's do
I
it.
don't really have any picks on me.
Hmm. I think I can rip those boards off. I'll pry it with my battle axe if need be.
Right.
And I take off at a slow jog, my feet scratching across the pavement across the pathway towards the cart house.
All right, the rotted wood and the locked door are still there.
Hmm. Ugh. I tug at it. With a crack, the first board breaks free.
Okay. Um, you hear shuffling from inside the building.
Oh, that was unexpected. Well, that only sounds like one set of footsteps. What do you think, mate? No turning back now?
Yeah, we started. Go on. Come on.
Okay. I continue ripping at the boards,
Um,
prying with my battle axe.
you hear like fumbling with the locked door beside you, and it's suddenly thrown open, and you see like a figure rubbing his eyes, and there's like black liquid coming out of his eyes and mouth, and there's like alcohol running down his shirt, and you smell the pungent stench. He says, "Hey, what are you doing?"
We were a bit low on firewood. We just thought this looked like it was easy pickings. You don't mind, do you?
And he grins at you and says, "Hey, the two of you, you're under arrest." And he takes out his axe.
Oh,
Like heck you are. I pull out my battle axe and take a
All right,
swing.
roll for initiative. Oh, you do have to click on your token to do that, but I can add you.
yes, I forgot about that. As soon as I saw that I wasn't there, I was like, oh, hang on.
Joe?
Oh yeah, that was my count. Yeah.
Yeah, bear with me. I'm not seeing the map. Um, is Sorry, guys. What is going on? That should be on the roll 20, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And then you're the two axes, right? Because
your
I can
initiative
collect.
bonus is
Yeah.
+3. So I did make a macro, which is in the lower left-hand corner of your bar. So just click on your
Oh,
token,
yeah.
hit the macro button, and then just put in your bonus, which is +3.
There we go. Oh. So I click on my token. Ah, there we go.
Okay, so the orc yells out into the card house, "Boy, we've got some thieves over here!" And then he charges towards you, Broncazio, and slashes at you with his axe.
And I roll what for
Sorry,
defense?
I've got to roll. I just forget which macro it is. Okay,
Right.
that's not the right one. Not that right one. Here we go. 23 to hit. For 12 points of slashing damage.
Do I roll anything or just take off that many hit points?
Yeah, so you're going to lose 11 HP. And then you can describe what that looks like.
Right. He makes an awkward slash at me, sweeping low to try and take me off my feet. I mostly jump, but it slashes a big gash across my thigh.
All right, Giovanni.
Okay, I'm gonna sigh, fearing how this is gonna go, but pull out my electric blue stone, sort of start forming out a sigil in front, and I'm just gonna blast a bolt straight at the guy's head. No shapes or extra effects on this one, just a standard regular bolt. Which so that passes with my level because it's 8 plus 2 to make it 10.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm very glad I didn't put anything extra on that one. Anyway, yeah, which is sorry, because we didn't do this last time. Great. Okay. Yeah. So I sort of draw this pattern in front of me and then just push forward with my hands and blast out this bolt of lightning. It sort of hits him in the face and he sort of reels back, but then sort of shakes it free. And he's still a little bit, he still looks a little bit shocked and he's sort of a little bit twitchy and uneasy, but he's still very much standing there glaring at us.
All right,
That
Broncazio.
5 damage.
I step closer and take yet another swing with my battle axe. Aiming for the head.
Did you just roll initiative?
Yeah. Am I not supposed to?
That's only for the start of combat. And then you just take turns in that
okay.
order.
I see. My mistake. Okay, so I swing at his head. Just check it, just making sure I roll the right dice here. It's two-handed.
You can basically click on the weapon, right?
Yeah. Oh, why didn't that not work?
No, the
There we
first
go.
one worked. That's a fatality.
Oh. This time, the battle axe connects with his head with a sickening thud, going most of the way through his skull. He ripples to the ground like a waterfall, collapses in an ugly heap with more of the ugly black liquid pouring out of many orifices.
All right, you hear the door from the front of the establishment thrown open and it bangs into the wall behind it. And the goblinoid creature runs into the center of the room. And he grabs a rope that's hanging down from the ceiling. Broncazio. Actually, sorry, that's not Giovanni. Giovanni.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Seeing this, I still got the blue stone in my hand. I'm just gonna quickly draw another one of those geodesic shapes, hold it just slightly longer, and release another heightened jolt straight at this guy's arm as he's reaching for this rope. Shoots that, and then that. Okay. Um, so, yeah, hold it slightly longer, release a slightly bigger burst of blue straight at this goblin or goblinoid thing. I assume 9 doesn't kill it.
No, that's a hit. Yes.
Yeah, but the 9 damage is he's still on his feet, I assume. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I release this bolt and he sort of reels back a little bit, but he's still there, just sort of shaken. Looks shocked and a little bit confuzzled, but still there. I will step aside from the door and just sort of gesture with my head to Garzio.
All right. Broncosio.
Isn't it? Is it the goblin's turn?
No.
Oh, okay. How far away am I?
Just like 20 feet. You're just outside the room, and he's just inside, like in the middle of the house.
Right. So I move 20 feet. Once again,
stepping inside the cart house, you see that rope he's holding is attached to like a large bell set in the rafters.
Ooh. I once again take a mighty swing with the two-handed battle axe, aiming towards the shoulder that's trying to ring the bell.
That's another fatality.
And his arm falls to the ground completely severed, and as blood spurts from the severed artery, he looks up at us, his face contorts, he tries to scream something in a language we don't understand, and then collapses to the ground.
All right. And that's combat.
Okay. I'm going to start trying to haul the guy in from the door.
He's heavy.
And yeah, I'm just going to cause out to Procasio. Give me a hand here. Let's just get this inside out. Get this guy inside, out of sight. Close this door up.
Yeah, of course. I run the few steps over and start tugging him in.
Already the bodies are starting to like bubble in liquid and letting off a foul odor.
Wow. We do the best we can to drag this thing in and sort of kick a bit of dust over some of the sort of black, gooey residue from outside, just so that it's as hidden as we can make it in just like a few seconds, really. And then I'll close the door from inside.
Yeah, closing off the door, it's quite dark. Inside of the cart house, they've boarded up all the windows.
Work on stopping that guy. I was concerned he was reaching for either a bell or a trap, so see, that would have been unpleasant.
Indeed. Trusty battle axe comes through every time. Now, How do we see in here? I don't have any matches. Let's feel around the walls for a candle.
Yeah, there must be something in here.
Yeah. I sort of stumble towards a wall, bump my elbow against it, and then feel my way around.
Yeah, feeling along the wall. You don't feel any candles or any torches or anything.
I will open up the door through to the front room, or is the door was still open from where the goblin thing came in, right? So I'm just going to cautiously go up and look through that and sort of see if I can see or hear anything through that and in the rest of this building.
Yeah, outside of this door, there is a lantern and like a tinder box for him to light it.
I will go over to that. Have another cautious listen out. Make sure I don't hear any sounds of other creatures in this building, and then I will pick up the lantern and light that up.
Yeah, the
Oh,
front
you
of the
found
cart
something.
house, it's still very quiet, very oppressive, but you see like eyes peeking from behind a second story window in one of the houses across the way. Once
Okay.
they see that you've noticed them, they like fall down and close the shutters all the way.
Okay. Well, I don't love that, but for the time being, I don't think they're going to interfere. There's someone across the way, by the way. We've
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
we've been seen, but
Hmm.
I think we've still got some time. I doubt they were.
Yeah.
I doubt they're going to raise the alarm just yet. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's stay inside
Well,
and see what's going
were
on.
they in a human building, mate?
Yes, right.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
yeah. Outside here
Most of
and
them
across the
most of
street.
them
So
don't love the orcs more than us anyways.
yeah,
Or they don't,
exactly.
yeah.
I
Hmm.
think I think we'll be fine for now, at least. But yeah,
Yeah,
let's have an explore. We've got some light with us now. I
right.
say, I actually say the bottom floor. Let's just check. There's no way down. Strange
Agreed.
that may
Yeah.
seem.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
it's still quite oppressively dark in here. It's hard to see into the recesses.
Hmm. I guess we'll have to walk around the ground with your lantern quite close. It's almost ugh. There's almost something in the air. It's like there's a fog or a just a foul musk that comes off these creatures.
Yeah, examining the room a little closer, there's like 6 cart stalls. One of them has been filled up with barrels and crates and so on. The place is filthy. There's refuse and dirt streaming every which way. There's also a mezzanine, which is accessed with a little ladder.
Hmm. Hey, it's a cart. Let's see if we can learn anything by a closer look at that. Can I use the lantern, mate?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the cart, very dirty, not well upkept. The axle could use some grease, but it's that same combination of refuse and dirt that you've seen in the cart you pushed into the crevasse.
Hmm. Still the same. There's no meat. There's no traces of meat here. So our initial job. I don't think we're learning anything here, but this dirt is mighty suspicious. I would love to get to the bottom of it.
Indeed. I mean, if I remember rightly, they just wanted information. They pointed us towards the meat trade, but wasn't exclusively the meat trade we were looking at. I don't believe. Just
No,
any evidence of, you know.
certainly orcs tunneling would be a great reason to kick them out of town, eh?
Sorry, guys, do
I
you want
think
to take just
so.
a quick 5 minutes?
Can do.
Sir.
All right, I'll see you guys in 5. Or maybe even 2. I can be fast.
Okay, I will take this opportunity to see if I can slightly hook up a better way of doing this camera thing, especially because I'm concerned my battery is going to die because this is an old phone. But I'll also be back in
Sure.
a minute or so.
Sounds good. Hmm. All right. Giovanni was just trying to set up a better webcam.
Okay, fair enough. I don't think it was the character in the game that was trying to do that.
I have no idea what that is.
What's this
Must be
fabled red thing?
wizardry. I heard it in a prophecy once from me mother's strange aunt.
Oh, oh. One sec. I can fix the slightly seasickness with some tape. When I did this before, it connected more easily. The software I'm using reckoned that I'd connected an Android device, which seems unlikely given the only Android device I own is currently powered down and hasn't been turned on for 6 months in a drawer. But, you know, I'm sure the computer knows what it's talking about. They never get things wrong. That's not helped at all.
What's an android? Another weird wizardry from the prophets, no doubt.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I knew some. I knew some of them when I was learning my evoking.
Ah,
Strange lot.
strange creatures from a different world, no doubt.
No, just another city, but they sure spoke weird.
So I think we're at the cart house. It's filthy. It's dirty. There's an unexplored upper level.
Well, what did we say? More dirt.
I
I don't.
wanted to head to the upper level.
Right. Let's do it.
Yeah, climbing that ladder. The smell up there is especially pungent. Not just the smell of filth, but also rot.
Well, I don't love this. We're definitely going to need some. I think I need to find a bathhouse or something after we're done here. But what is causing that? Is it just the? Is it just the rubbish? I mean, is there anything up here? Yeah, I'd like to search around in every dark corner and check to see if there is anything up on this mezzanine level.
There's a few empty boxes and barrels. There is a small door that like goods can be unloaded onto the street from, but it looks like the space has been mostly unused. There's dust everywhere. It's been disturbed in like one line that goes to an area in the back, and going around with your lantern around a few boxes, there's like the half-consumed body of a small humanoid. It looks like it's been eaten like from the legs upward, but they stopped like halfway, and it's just been rotting, and it's covered in maggots. The flesh is so cut up that it's like unrecognizable.
Oh, phooey. That's not right.
No. What is going on up here? That certainly explains some of the smell. I might stay by this ladder for a sec. You think we need
Yeah. Cover your nose with your jerkin if you must. It helps. And I would like to inspect the body closer to look for any identifying clues.
You root around on the body, getting that scent and like pus and maggots on your hands. It looks like it's wearing rags. By the height, maybe 10 or 11 years old. Beyond that, it's all too old and cut up to know more.
Hey, Giovanni. It looks like it was a kid. Real shame. We should ask Mina if any of her mates disappeared recently. But I don't see any other marks. I don't know that it tells us much. I mean, it sort of looks like the child was eaten, but we can't exactly carry this back as evidence, can we?
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could potentially try and get some guards or something in here to see this before it's too late, maybe. But
Yeah.
this is certainly not a good sign. Is there anything in back where this trail leads to?
Yeah, I take a look past the body into the darkest corner of the upper level.
There's like blood stains around there, and you find an old bloody knife. It's like starting to rust, and the blood is dried.
Hmm. Just just an old bloody knife. Um, Again, it's not good, but I don't know what it proves on its own. I don't know if this is quite enough to go to the governor and get him to break open the building and look at this.
Yeah,
Although, like that's not where the child should be buried, certainly.
I feel like on the one hand it really should be enough,
Hmm.
but the way the politics and this mess is, maybe not. But
Yeah. Doesn't the prefect have something? This child looked like it was quite poor. The prefect has something against the poor here, anyways, doesn't he?
um, about that specifically, but I yeah, I'm not. Might just be something that they try and ignore, but
I mean, there might be something to it. If they're trying to clean up the cities of the poor people and the orcs, and they can earn money off the orcs by killing a few and scaring the rest off, do they really care do they really care if some of those unfortunate kids get turned into human meat?
probably not.
Yeah.
We need to do something about this, but I mean, these rumors have been going on for forever. This is
Mm.
if any of the guards are nearby, maybe we can get them in quick before the orcs have a. I don't
Yeah,
know.
good point.
We,
Do you
we
remember
probably
if
need to.
Luciano was on duty today?
He is, though it's not the gate they go out of isn't super quick. But
Yeah,
let's have a.
it's
I say we quickly make sure we're not missing anything, and then think about getting out of here.
okay. I do want to check the ground floor, just in case there is any tunneling down here. It was quite dark. We easily could have missed an entrance.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, but it does stink up here. Let's climb back down those rickety wooden stairs they're missing a step part way down, and the rest feels like it would break if I was carrying another 20 pounds of armor.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ground floor.
that's a fair point. I'll go first.
Yeah, yeah. The yeah, you descend the rickety ladder. The ground floor is quite empty. It's mostly just a storage space for the carts. There's stalls that each one goes into, although the last stall is like totally filled with like old crates and barrels.
Seems
Hmm,
remiss to not double check. Is there anything under them, in them? They look like old barrels, but let's just quickly make sure. But keep an
absolutely.
ear out. Be cautious.
All right. Cracking open the first barrel, it's remarkably light and it seems to be empty.
Can you see any signs of residue in there? Any hint of what this thing used to hold?
Hmm. I take a deep sniff.
You don't really smell anything
Hmm.
except for old wood.
No, No, it just seems like an empty barrel. I toss that one aside and move deeper into the pile.
Yeah, moving that barrel aside, it looks like there's an empty space behind the first row of barrels. And there's a pile of dirt and what looks like a dark hole moving down into the earth with um, ramshackle wooden stairs built.
Hey! Ah, well, I knew there was something fishy about the dirt. Bring that torch, Giovanni.
Already here. Now, having gone this far, we should probably see where this goes. I'm just a little bit scared we're going to find ourselves with a load of orcs at our back if we're not quick.
Hmm. Yeah, but quick it is then. Are you able to put a ward on us?
Uh, yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to remind myself how ward works. Okay. So if I were to if I were to heighten it twice, could I put one on Ricasio and two on myself?
Um, no.
Is
So
that
it
how
just
that
affects one
works?
person, but maybe I can talk to you about this afterwards.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of, I'm mostly just trying to figure out exactly how this works. Like, for the moment that we're in right now, like, if I can put a guard on the both of us, then I would. But if not, then I'm just going to put one on myself.
Okay.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how exactly this works. But we don't need to discuss the specifics of this for now. Like, it's just whatever I can do to protect myself, and if I can protect Ricasio, so but whatever I need to do.
Yeah, sure. Just do what you want for now, and I'll talk to you about it afterwards, just so we can clarify how it works.
Okay, sure. So just for myself, for now.
Yeah. The only thing to remember for now is that you can sustain a number of sigils equal to your charisma modifier, plus one because you're level 2.
Okay.
And sustain just
Could put
means
quite a
it
few
has
on.
an ongoing effect, like it has a duration.
Yeah. It's 1 hour on the ward, and heightened it just adds an extra like ward so that it would affect multiple hits.
It shows in the description. No, what heightening it does, it increases the resistance value.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, for now, I'm going to stick 2 heightens on. We'll figure out what the heighten does specifically later. Um, I know you know. I just
Yeah, we'll talk about it after the session.
yeah.
One other thing maybe I should say now, you can re-roll multiple times if you want. There's no time pressure right now. The only thing is if you get a natural 1, then there might be negative consequences.
Okay. There it is. Sorry, I lost roll 20 for a second there. Okay. Yeah, that sucks, but yeah, I will just see if we can go again. Okay. Yeah. So I pull out the my sort of greenish stone, start forming a protective sigil around myself, but sort of suddenly gag and cough and choke a little bit partway through with the foul stench of this place. Again, the energies feel sort of fizzled. Shake my head, pull myself together, and complete the protective sigil around myself, and then release this ward. So I again have this slightly shimmering effect on myself. And I will just turn you to Ricardo and just say, sorry, I was can't do both of us for the time being. You've got your armor, but I could do with a bit of something myself.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, the hole in the ground yawns out before you.
Okay. Fortune favors the bold. Let's go.
All right, taking your first step down, it creaks. It goes down about 20 feet. You can smell rot and meat and wet earth. It looks like they've sturdied up the ceiling with planks every couple of feet. But the tunnel levels out at about 20 feet down and goes straight out in front of you.
This is a serious tunnel. They weren't just digging for fun. Well,
this has got purpose. Which direction do we think this is going in? I think and orient myself in the city.
It's heading towards the Orc District.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, off we go.
Yeah.
All right, you move down the tunnel, and you hear a drip, drip, drip of water from off in the distance. And it takes about 10 minutes, but eventually the tunnel opens up a bit, and from off in the distance you hear like a clack, clack, clack sound of like wood banging against wood.
So it may be a time to put this lantern out, and I don't like being in the dark, but we're sure highlighting our presence right now, walking along with this light.
Yeah, I think I agree.
You got the tinderbox, right?
I pat my breast pocket. Aye, I do.
Okay, good. Wouldn't want to be down here and in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right, let's go carefully, huh?
Of course.
You're putting out the lantern then?
Yeah.
All right, there's a wisp of smoke as the wick goes out. And you hear that clack, clack, clack sound getting closer. And it accelerates clack, 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 and let's roll for initiative.
Oh. I don't love that. Oh, 1 sec. What?
Did you not select your token?
I selected my token.
Really?
Oh, okay. You have to select your token, then press initiative. You can't press initiative, remember, click your token, and then confirm in the pop-up box.
Oh, yeah. All right, Joe.
That's fine.
Yeah, working on it.
I guess this macro is really
Oh,
hard, guys.
same issue.
I mean,
there we go.
The macro works
Okay.
fine. It will with the initiative thing that for me, I just didn't realize the box.
All right, Giovanni, you're hearing like this clack, 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 and it's accelerating and
There
it's
we go.
moving towards you, and it is pitch dark.
Yeah, regretting that decision now. Maybe.
I mean,
Maybe putting out that lantern might not have been the
I
best idea, Bracazio, but we can fix that in a second. I see if this shows us anything, and I'm just going to pull out in the pitch dark my blue gemstone. I know which gemstone is which, even in the dark. I do not need to see that to know which one's which. And yeah, I will just quickly pull out the sigil and blast off a quick, completely unheightened, completely boring jolt in the direction of the clacking, and maybe I see something in the beam, and maybe I hit something. Okay. It just fizzles, so there's no spell effect, right? So I just sort of wave around in the dark, nothing much happens. You can't see a damn thing, and so yeah. From Brocazio's point of view, probably just hears a slight rustling of cloth, and then nothing happens, and then just a bloody hell muttered from behind him.
All right, yeah, those clack clack clacks accelerate towards you, and you start hearing the scratch of something hard on earth, and those presences stop right in front of you, and you see maybe like just the trails of like a green wispy light moving towards you, and that's going to be 2 attacks against Broncazio for a 22, which deals you 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. That hard to. Okay. Oh,
So yeah,
so
just
I
a
don't
blade
die,
comes like
but
flashing out of the dark.
yeah. Okay, and misses the vital organs, but shears some skin off my ribs in a painful agony. Painful agony. Yeah. I I uh I grunt, but thankfully there's no serious damage.
All right, Giovanni. Or sorry, Brancazio.
I now have some idea where the blade came from, if slightly. I pull out my javelin and throw it that
Oh, they're
direction.
like right beside you.
Oh, oh, okay. Well, poor choice of weapons, I guess. And sorry, I just lost my character page for a second. Javelin, javelin. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's a miss.
I just hear my javelin whiz through the air, thud into a wall some distance away, but nothing else happens.
Giovanni.
Okay. Yeah, and this really isn't working, buddy. I'm gonna reach in and see if I can feel for this tinderbox and see if I can get us some light.
Yeah, you desperately try to light it, and it springs to light suddenly, and you see in front of you like 2 skeletons of bone white, and between all of their joints and spilling forth from their eyes is like a sickly green mist.
We Is that sort of a free thing that I can do, or would you say it's my action
It
to
takes an
have
action.
reached in and tried to get this thing? No, that's fine. Okay. I just gotta. Yeah. Oh Jesus, this is okay. This is not good. Not good, Procasio. I will back
Well,
up a little bit. Um, but yeah, still try and provide a bit of light.
All right. The 2 skeletons are holding these little scimitars, and they both try to flash out at Brancazio, and they both miss.
my turn.
Oh, you can just describe them missing, just like
Right.
how
Oh
you
yeah.
targeted them.
Gotcha. um, I still have my mace in my hand. Sorry, my I was just pulling out my battle axe, and I'm able to block both swings with the massively oversized battle axe,
All right, Brancazio.
which I immediately use that battle axe and swing in their direction. Can I swing at 2 of them? 1 of them? How does that? I swing at the first one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And the battle axe goes right through the middle of the creature with a clatter. The skeleton falls to pieces and tumbles to the ground.
Yeah, and like the green mist spilling out of its eyes, the parts of it start reforming, and it like picks itself up off the ground to stand back up in front of you. Giovanni.
Um, so just to get that right, I see Procasio knock one down, but then it still seems to be clawing itself back together in front of us. That.
Although I should say there is like a big cavity in its side where a bunch of ribs have been broken and it's deformed.
Okay. Right, okay. Sorry. Okay, I will just seeing all of this. Geez, this day has got a lot worse. I'm gonna pull out my electric blue stone, pull together a little symbol in front, and I'm just gonna try and blast a 2 heightened jolt into the intact one. Maybe stupid, but that's what I'm doing. Sorry, too many times. So that works, right?
It's your sigil.
Yes, DC 12 because of the. Oh wait, hang on. 2 heightened, no distance. Okay, no, so that fizzles, unfortunately. Okay, yeah. I'm pulling the symbol together, but just the spell sort of with more of a lightning flash, nevertheless, just dissipates out and does not go anywhere.
All right.
And I'm going to start backing up down this corridor, down the tunnel.
You said it was not
Not far,
not
just a
distant
little
as
bit.
well. So that means you would
No,
have had
no,
to
no
get right up
distance.
to him.
Oh, of course.
So as you leave, he's gonna like slash out at you with his scimitar for a 9.
Oh, okay, sure. 9 damage or 9 to hit? Sorry.
9 to hit.
My armor is 11. So yes, I will. I sort of realize all of this is going, and then just as the last second, as I'm stepping back, I see this scimitar coming down, and I just sort of do a half turn and just manage to get out of the way of it as I start backpedaling away from these things.
All right. And they're gonna make. Yeah, they're gonna flash out with their scimitars against Broncosio again for 2 misses.
Once again, I parry them with the giant battle axe, and their scimitars clang off.
All right, Broncosio.
I mean, once again, this mechanic saying, can I walk? Can I move after my hit?
Yeah, you can move whenever on your turn.
Yeah, okay. So once again, I swing with the battle axe.
Yeah, fatality.
And once again, this time I swung vertically. It goes through the skull, partway down the torso. Once again, the skeleton collapses with a rattle of bones as they fall to the ground. And I step back 20 feet. That's my limit, 30 feet.
Yeah. As you leave range of the one skeleton, it flashes out at you with its scimitar and hits you for 6 points of damage.
I'm pretty sure I only have 4 hit points left.
All right, as you try to leave its reach, you fall to the ground unconscious. Giovanni.
Okay. Seeing this with yeah. Geez. Okay, I'm going to rush forward again, and I'm going to try and release a. Yeah, I'm gonna try and release another 2 heightened, no distant jolt right into this guy. So yeah, rushing up, I'm still just gonna form up this sigil, hold the sort of electric blue energy in my hand for a little bit longer, and I'm gonna try and reach forwards and. Okay, and yeah, so this time, holding on to this electric blue energy for a little bit longer, I sort of generate a bit more power, and then just grab onto his face and release a burst of damage, which shocks him, but is probably not going to do much.
Yeah, no, that's fatality.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I sort of grab onto his face and just release this burst of energy, and it sort of like briefly lights up, and just then, like the joints all just sort of slightly break apart with this electric blue lightning as it just crumples down in sort of a slightly singed, burnt look. I'm then gonna
All right,
just
Brancazio,
double check down.
make a death saving throw. All right. Giovanni.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly double check down this tunnel to make sure that there's nothing happening, and then
There's eerie
I'm going.
silence.
Okay.
Was that a success or failure on the death save?
Fail. The DC is 10.
Okay.
The healing things that we bought from the lady in the forest. What was her name?
So, Celeste.
No, Celeste.
No,
Yeah, it could be
Cestia.
Cestia. How were those administered again? Can I administer those to an unconscious person, or was it like a herb or something that needed to be?
They're cigars that are smoked.
Right, that was it. Okay, I would like to try and, as best I can, stabilize Brocasio, and then I think I'm going to try and. I mean, assuming Brocasio is still breathing, I'm just going to jam a cigar in his between his lips and see if I can get some sort of smoke inhalation going.
All right.
It might take me a couple of rounds to do that. That's fine. My first priority is to try and get him stabilized as best I can, and then I'm going to see if I can try and get him up with this
Roll
cigar
medicine.
in his head. So, sure. Okay. Yeah. So I managed to sort of I pull out some fabric and tear a little bit off from like the inside of mine and Brocasio's clothing that isn't quite so covered in dirt and refuse and blood, and sort of patch up the wound as best I can, sort of staunch the bleeding, and sort of put a little bit of sprinkle a bit of water and try and sort of at least stabilize the worst of the wounds.
After a few moments, the bleeding has stopped.
Great. Do we think I have any luck in reviving him, or is that not happening at the moment?
Okay.
I feel like that's kind of a your call. Because obviously I would love to just say, oh yeah, and then he sputters and coughs to life and he's back.
Sure. Roll another medicine check. We'll say DC 15.
Okay. Okay. I do the best I can. Sort of, there's a bit of gentle face slapping, and then some slightly more desperate face slapping, and some splashing of some water, and a little bit of wine being administered. But nope, just cannot get this unconscious guy back.
Yeah, trying to like hold the cigar and close his nose and mouth is just too awkward.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Damn. Okay. Ooh, this is a tricky one. How far did we come down this tunnel? Like, how far is it back? You said it was a sort of 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, about 10.
Okay. Um, just from my like sense of the city's geography and stuff, as best I can tell, how far away would we likely be from the Orc district? Do I feel like we're under the Orc district, or are we still a ways away from the Orcs?
Hard to tell, but maybe you're at the palisade.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's so. Um, okay, I am just going to start cautiously trying to drag him back the way that we came, as best I can down this tunnel. Sort of trying to lift and get him along with me as best I can in these cramped conditions.
Yeah,
I
he
think it's going to
is.
be pretty slow going, holding onto a lantern and trying to haul this figure as best I can up the
Yeah, he is
tunnel.
brutally heavy.
Yeah,
And it takes an hour to get like to the foot of the stairs, and by that time, he starts to regain consciousness.
that's fair. Okay. Um, yeah, we sort of as we get to the foot of the stairs, just in like relief at having got here, but I'm just gonna drop him kind of heavily. And at that point, I'm imagining there's a sort of a muffled groan and sort of yeah, Bracazi. I think you sort of slightly come to having just been sort of slightly dropped next to these stairs, still down in this dark tunnel,
And you're covered in
with just a
dirt,
lantern.
and your back is aching, and you've got cuts.
Ugh! Am I a sack of potatoes or a man? Did you have to drop me like that?
Okay, it might not feel like it's you, but this has been pretty hard going. And yes, yes, I did. Look, for the
Okay,
time being,
fair enough.
I don't know if we want to just get out of here or keep going down this tunnel. For now, how about a nice celebratory get you back on your feet cigar? I tried to give it to you earlier, but turned out you don't smoke when you're sleeping, which is probably good news for you. But anyway, here I sort of at this point I don't even wait for a reply. I'm just jamming this like cigar between your mouth, so you just it's just like being jammed in there. Um, and I will hold up the lantern right in your face just to try and get it lit. So yeah, just yeah, lantern right in your face, cigar in your mouth, and just sort of try and get you going. And then I will pull the lantern back and have a cautious listen and look up the stairs.
Do you roll medicine again to see if it helps?
I think
I'm
it
not
was a
sure how this works.
one.
I can just roll for you. Uh,
Perfect.
yeah, as you smoke through it, you regain 9 HP. Your wounds start to like knit themselves together, and the pains and aches start to alleviate.
Oh, that feels mighty better. I need a good sleep, but I can certainly walk again.
Good. That's the important thing. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Question now here. Hold on to this lantern for a second, and yeah, I want to just cautiously poke my head up from this tunnel and just see: is it still all quiet in this cart house, or is there any signs or sounds coming from there?
Yeah, the sun has gone down by this point, and it's totally quiet.
Okay. Hmm. So I feel like I'm cautious of pressing ahead too much, but if we're still undiscovered at this point, maybe we do need to just keep it. We take a breather. You can patch up those wounds a little bit better than I just did, and then see what's at the other end of this tunnel. Just because I feel like if we leave now and we go and have a night's kip and then come back, I mean, maybe we could come back with the guards to explore the tunnel or something, but I feel like there's no way we just wander in here and start going down this tunnel first thing tomorrow morning. We're going to be or they will have discovered that the guards are gone at the very least, even if we're not here to be discovered. Don't you think?
I agree. If they have even a lick of sense, when they find out we were down here, they'll cover the entrance to the hole and pretend it was never there. I do think it's now or never.
Yeah. But we can take a bit of time for you to patch up some of those wounds. I think that seems more sensible than just rushing down there. Maybe I don't like the tunnel, but I don't much like the cart house either. Maybe we just stay down here for a minute. I don't want to go up in that smell and that poor kid.
I agree. I don't feel like I'm best friends with ladders right now, anyways. I don't think anyone's coming down here in the middle of the night.
My hope, at least. Well, patch yourself up. I'll keep watch as best I can. Let's just try and take 5.
All right.
So, yeah.
The
I'm
minutes pass and go. You don't hear any sounds. It's a deathly quiet.
Just me, or would it somehow be nicer if there was a sound from somewhere? Or I don't know. This quiet is freaking me out even more than noises. But still, how are you doing? Are we good to head off? Do you think?
I suppose so. As good as I'm going to be tonight.
Yeah. Giovanni, by this point, the shimmering shield that you've conjured is starting to fade.
Yeah, that's I'd also read. So if that was a bit of a short rest that Procasio could use, I will put a ward back up on myself before we head down into the tunnel again.
Joe, do you remember how short rests work?
I do not.
Okay. This is where you spend hit dice to recover HP.
So I get 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, and then Giovanni.
Yeah. So I suddenly realised I've got a few tabs to juggle, but okay, awesome. And if I'm now understanding this correctly, I did a Titan ×2 ward, no ameliorating shape or anything else, a DC of 16, which fortunately works. And then because of my charisma, I could then do another ward on Bracasio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just going to do I'll heighten that by 1, DC 13. Because I don't want to spend too long in this tunnel trying to cast spells on us. Okay.
Oh, that was a success, wasn't it? Because you had your level.
Oh, of course. Yes. Thank you. Yes, just. Yeah, okay. So yes, just as we're starting to head out, I will sort of pull this, pull that green stone again, sort of pull it out, and it's quite a strong shimmering field around myself. And then looking over at I feel a bit bad after all of that. Here, look, let's let's see if I can do a bit of something to give you a hand next time, because, well, I'm not so used to doing this, but we'll make this work. And I sort of do this very similar pattern, and then touch him on the shoulder, and this sort of slight shimmering field extends over you as well. So, okay, well, hopefully that'll help a little bit, at least for an hour.
Thank you.
Keep going. Yeah, sorry about that, but yeah, you might as well take one of these as well. We've got 2 left, so you take one. I will hand him over one of the healing cigars as well.
Okay, thank you. I put it somewhere in a jerkin pocket.
Yeah, coming from the tunnel is still that smell of death and moisture and earth. It's pungent.
Keep the light up, but go cautiously.
I haven't heard a thing. I think we could risk a light.
I think last time as well, not having the light did not help us. So,
agreed.
Light, but cautious. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you get to the position where you were before. You see those piles of bones on the ground, badly abused. Continuing on, the tunnel starts to widen even further until you get to what looks like just a natural underground stone cavern. The walls and ceilings spread out even further, and eventually you get to like a T-junction where it goes off in one direction, and it goes off in a second direction, and at the one that's turning right, there's 2 more of those ancient-looking skeletons, but these ones are wearing old, corroded, bronzed armor that's green with age, and they're holding old, corroded scimitars. And just at the edge of your light, and they haven't reacted to your presence yet.
I'm just going to reach out to Bracazio and sort of just gently try and silently grab his arm and just sort of pull back and sort of just try and take a step back in the sort of tunnel away from these 2 figures. If you're going to come with me, sort of just soundlessly and not say anything, but just sort of take a few cautious steps away from them, double check behind us, and just sort of back away again a little bit. And I'm going to try and lead us back up the tunnel that we came from, just in sort of into the entrance to the cavern that we came through, and then just quietly whisper to Bracazio, just it's probably a fair bet that they're there guarding all. That's probably a sign of something that we should investigate, but I don't know, how do you feel taking 2 more of them, or should we just go the other way, do you think?
I'm willing to give it a go. I feel pretty good after those cigars and that rest.
Yeah. Okay.
How far away were they?
Cautiously explore the other tunnel. It's just, I don't know. I feel like the tunnel that has the skeletons in is the more important one, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. Completely.
Well, we could at least try and how well it didn't seem to react too much to the light.
No,
maybe we just try
almost like they couldn't see it.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether that is the case or whether we just got lucky. But either way, I guess the element of surprise is probably our best friend here if we try and get to them. I mean, I could try and send a spell at them from a ways away, or we could try and sneak up right behind them and just do them in up close.
Yeah, I like the idea of surprising them, just rushing them immediately.
Okay. Let's give that a go then, shall we?
Okay.
Get through.
On 3?
I think we should approach as quietly and cautiously, just like we did before. They didn't react to us before. I think we do the same thing. We try and get as close as we possibly can, and then go. I think if we start, I don't know if they can see us, hear us, sense us, or what. But I don't think we should just sprint at them now. I think we keep going cautious, try and sneak up behind them, and then right when we get close, that's when we get them.
All right, roll stealth.
Right.
Trying to sneak over, you're 40 feet away, and there's like a clack as one piece of armor hits another, and both of their heads in unison whip towards you. Please roll for initiative. Stuart, you actually did it. You did it right. Yes.
Yeah.
Dang it. I tried. I can't.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. There we go. It didn't want to click on my token. Oh.
Right,
Is that good
Yeah,
now?
it was it was pressing the wrong token that was causing the problem before, but
Right.
I think we're there now.
Yeah,
Okay.
their heads just whip towards you, and the green fog leaking out of their eyes accelerates. You're up first.
So you said I'm 40 feet away. I rush forwards 20 feet to get within range and hurl my javelin at them.
That's a miss.
The javelin whistles through the air between the two of them and clatters onto the stone floor some feet behind, harmlessly.
All right, the two of them advance in rank, heading towards you, and then they slash out at you with their scimitars in grim mockery of what they were in life. I believe that one's a hit for 5 points of slashing damage.
Who was that against?
Brancazio. He's the only one close enough.
Yeah.
But I think that gets all absorbed by your ward. I think this is the first time this happened. So, Stuart, what does it look like when the ward gets consumed?
I don't think it's too dramatic. I think the it looks like the sword is impacted, but there's sort of a real sudden warping of the like almost like a warping of the air. So I think from Bacrazio's point of view, it just feels like a sort of a dull impact. So rather than a weapon, it's sort of more just like somebody had hit you with like a wooden bat or something. It's like you feel the impact, but it doesn't do any damage. It doesn't go through anything. And from the outside, it just looks like a real sudden, like really strong shimmering heat haze that then just dissipates away from that point. And like the shimmering effect that was over their whole body before just sort of slowly disappears from the impact point and just dissipates that way, I think.
All right, Giovanni.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I'm going to rush up and cast a heightened jolt against one of the skeleton things. I don't think it matters which one at this point, does it? So with just the one heightened, we're okay. So yeah, I holding that blue gemstone in my hand, pull together, hold up just a second, and sort of build up a little bit of blue energy in my hand before just reaching out and grabbing the thing on the chest and sort of gently pushing it back. It doesn't really go anywhere, but I sort of push it back, and there's sort of just like a jolting impact through its body as it just blasts itself and is shocked. And then I'm just gonna stay there and do the best I can to be ready for a dodge. I sort of get myself ready to try and avoid the hit that I suspect is coming.
All right, Brancazio.
I pull out my trusty battle axe, run the last 10 feet, whatever it is, 20 feet, to the closest
They're up to you
skeleton.
now. They ran up to you.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, no need. I pull out the battle axe, take a swing with both hands. And is that a fatality?
If you're attacking the same one I already attacked, it must be, surely.
Sorry, which one are you attacking?
The one right by Giovanni.
All right, that's a fatality.
Okay. And I step in front. Can I? So I've already moved. Can I step in front of Giovanni after my attack?
Yeah, you can divide up your movement however you want.
Okay. Yeah. I step in front of him to take the brunt of any other oncoming attack.
Okay. Yeah, you crush through its bones and they fall in a disused pile, and the mist puffs up into your face. And the last skeleton is going to slash out at you, trying to get between the gaps of your armor. And yeah, that's a miss, so.
Yeah, it tries to slash for those gaps, but misses. The rusty scimitar just bounces harmlessly off my breastplate.
All right, Giovanni.
Okay. I'm just gonna, pull together, and Ricasio just sort of is aware of just this blue energy building behind. And no. Yeah, same as before. Okay, yeah. So yeah, there's this sort of build up blue energy behind, and then just suddenly the release, and then the shock hits this skeleton. Yeah, another 8 points is it's there, sort of shocked and sort of yeah, slightly jerking, slightly yeah,
All right, Brancazio.
sort of electrically shocked.
For the last time, I step forward, swing my two-handed battle axe yet again.
Another fatality.
Once again, I used a vertical swing that seems to work better and split the last creature almost from top to bottom down the middle. Again, the bones clatter to the ground and start almost evaporating into a dusty mist.
And what lies in front of you is a T-junction. The side that the skeleton's regarding has like a heavy set wooden door set into its stone frame, and the other way is just more earthen tunnel.
Well, that door definitely seems to hold a secret.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll definitely be open and not in any way locked or trapped or anything.
Well, let's give it a try.
I think so. Before we go through here, it seemed to work last time. Let me see if I can help you out in the same way, my friend. And I will pull out the green stone and sort of draw a shield in front of you and see if I can sort of grab your shoulder whilst we're there. That's gonna fizzle. Yeah, but unfortunately, the pattern that I'm sort of drawing just breaks apart and falls away. And damn it, I'll give it a go in a second. We're in a bit of a hurry. Let's push forwards. Sorry.
Not having much luck today, mate.
Not my day at all. Okay. So I would like
I guess
to
we get to the
just
door.
yeah, I search around just to make sure I'm looking for any signs of magic or any signs of traps that I can sort of detect just visually going over and looking at the build of this door and the sort of the join and the seam and any signs of anything in sort of the hinges and mechanism like that, just to make sure that this thing isn't trapped in some way.
Not as far as you can tell from this side of the door. But what you do feel getting close is there's like a gust of air that goes in and then out. And as it flows out, there's a putrid scent of blood. That irony smell. It gets into your mouth and inside your nose, and it burns.
Oh, okay. Right. This does not
Oh,
smell good.
that's
It's almost like
awful.
something alive that's breathing or something that's doing this. I don't know. I'm gonna pull up. Earlier on when we were in the cart house, I'd like got a sort of some fabrics and made a kind of makeshift sort of scarf and pulled it up over my face. I'm gonna dig that out and reapply that as well. So I'm running out of bits of fabric and bandage at this point, but I'm just gonna try and pull that over my face as best I can. And just, this is going to be tough. But should we see what's through there?
Let's give it a try.
Alright, you try the door, and it's heavy, but it creaks open, unlocked.
Hmm.
Inside of this room, it's a small chamber, about 10 feet long by 10 feet wide. And inside of it, the walls are covered in hooks. The floor is sloped to collect blood in the middle, and this room is covered in it. There's cuts of meat along the walls of all different types. Some look human. You see sets of legs and arms and bigger cuts that look like they come from cows or buffalo. And there's one like totally intact corpse of a man, of course. He's like tall, lanky.
Oh,
I am
God.
going to
What is this?
Oh,
turn
sorry.
around
There's also a
and retch a
door.
little bit on the
There's
other
another
side of the
door at the
door.
end of the other end of the room.
Okay.
And again, you feel that going in and out of air coming from that second door.
Yeah. Well, I'm busy. Yeah, retching and dry heaving for a minute or so back in the room that we just came from. If you want to do some investigation or something, and then I'll join you.
I gingerly walk around the room, trying to not welch in the blood puddles. I make my way over to the corpse to see, to look at the face.
Yeah, he's got a big oval scar on his cheek.
Hey, Giovanni, this chap has a big scar on his cheek. Who did we hear about described like that earlier?
A wild guess who's currently missing.
Was it that lady's husband?
Yeah, Erica had Scar.
Erico. Ah, damn. What a poor soul.
Yeah.
I look at the body to see how he was killed.
You don't see any obvious wounds.
Hmm. That's strange. Huh. Giovanni,
See,
he's not. I don't quite see how he was killed.
I mean, that's he's definitely dead, right? And I will come into the room but yeah, it's sort of swaying a little bit, but I sort of try and sort of yeah focus with a bit more of a steely stare, sort of stop paying attention to anything else, and just sort of come over to where Procasio is, and sort of just um, yeah check that Erico is definitely deceased.
Mm.
How are you going to do that?
With whatever medical training they have. But I'm gonna just sort of as best I can see if there's any see if I can detect any pulse, see if there's sort of any sign of him still breathing that I can detect.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell just because of the movement of Aaron here, but you feel faint breath coming from his mouth and nose.
I'd be wrong, but that could explain why he's got no signs of having been killed. I'm not sure he's. Give me a hand getting him down. Let's just get the hell out of here. I was about to say that we could either return his body back to Acelia, or we could keep exploring. But it looks like we might actually be able to get him out of here alive. So sod the rest of this tunnel. Let's go.
Amazing. I help lift him down. Um, but I mean, this is all the evidence we need. If we can bring any of the prefect's guards back down, certainly this is proof the orcs are up to no good. Like that's a human thigh over there, if ever I've seen one.
I believe you're probably right. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Let's, let's just get out of here.
You hear a creak come from the other end of the room, and the door pushes
And
open, and there's a creature poking a tiny little head through. It's only about 2 feet tall, but it's just a mound of black flesh with like rudimentary pseudopod legs and arms, and it's poking its body through, and it sees you and it makes like
and
a.
and gentlemen, can we take 5 minutes so I can get my phone charger? I know it's horrible timing.
Oh, it's a cliffhanger. Okay, we'll see you in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what that sound was. Maybe something exploded. Yeah, like in the dishwashers. Oh, there's a bunch of muffins on the ground. Is this what fell? How did I not notice that? Sure. It's just like I walked in the kitchen. How did I not notice this? That's crazy. Good job making the muffins, by the way. Very cute, very feminine. I love it. Very hot. Oh yeah. That's what really gets me going. Oh, I gotta go cut up some wood. Oh! I'd like that. Maybe not actually. I don't know what that means. I appreciate the framing of your shot, Stuart, by the way. It's very artistic.
I mean, yeah. Do you like the keyboard down here?
Yeah, it's really like breaking things. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I could also Well, where's the option? Where's the option? Oh, there we
And
go.
I really like
How about
Joe's
that one?
artistic.
You can
Joe,
see the back of my desk if you want.
that one's awesome.
What about
too.
this one? There we go.
Got that
Full
wide angle.
room. Yeah.
I love Joe's like upside down as well. Guys, this is some serious. This is some serious stuff we're doing here. Very avant-garde.
Give it a second.
Yeah. I mean, I think using my phone camera rather than my webcam camera, actually, I think the video quality is much better. The difference is rather than just having it conveniently poking on the top of the screen. So as I'm looking at everything, I'm looking not exactly at you, but I'm looking in vaguely, as opposed to this one where I'm just having a conversation with you permanently staring up into space. Just staring completely over the sight line of the camera by a long way.
Yeah. Gazing off into the distance. But anyways, so there's this small black creature poking at you from behind the door.
I'm going to just gently start pushing. I'm assuming Bracazio is carrying Eriko, just because I'm not sure I'm the burly sort to be carrying him. So I'm just going to sort of start trying to gently steer us over towards the door that we came in on, and sort of keeping an eye on this thing. I'm going to get a green stone ready in my hand, but for the time being, I'm just cautiously pushing them over that way. Slow, steady steps.
The creature, it like reaches a pseudopod down to the ground, and it grabs like a handful of bloody goop, and it like sticks it into a cavity in its face, and starts like licking it. And you see another one of these creatures poking out from behind the door, and the door like swings open fully, and there's a blast of air back and then forwards, and that rotting, musty, wet smell. And from inside that chamber, you see like a huge, writhing mass of flesh. It's got to be 20 feet long and wider than you can see. and there's like a bit of it that's pinching off, and it forms one of those black fleshy creatures that breaks free and falls to the ground with a splat, and it gets up and starts moving towards you. And the one creature that has the blood on the ground, it leaps at you. I think it's time to roll for initiative.
Eesh. Oh.
Doesn't like it when I click on my.
I really didn't think this macro would be hard. You just have to click on your token and then hit initiative.
I know.
You can leave your token clicked, considering we're not doing anything else.
Yeah.
Because I've got my character sheet in another window. I suddenly realised that I don't have to deselect my token.
For some reason it doesn't like me clicking my token until after. Probably my mistake.
Okay, whatever.
Oh god, I should have been taking better note of the wards and what level of ward I put on different people.
There we go.
All right, Brancazio, you're up first. So yeah, these creatures are starting to leap towards you with like blood covered their mouths.
How far away are they?
This room's only 15 feet. 10 feet long, so they're 10 feet away.
Right. I again, my trusty battle axe is still in my hand. I take a vicious swing at the first one.
Yeah, it deftly dodges from your strike. And there's two of these little black creatures. One of them is like just getting up off the floor. The other one leaps towards Eriko, and it's going to try to like sink these black fleshy tendrils into its flesh. Oh, that's not the right one. Where's the right one? Yeah, and it hits, and it starts like, it digs its tendrils into his flesh, and it starts sucking the blood out. And that writhing mass of flesh in the other room starts pinching off another of these creatures. Giovanni.
Okay, I'm going to take a few steps over to where Eriko and this creature are. I'm going to swap round, start summoning up a load of blue lightning energy into my fist. Yeah. Okay.
That's a fatality.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna run over to where these two are. Pull up this blue energy, hold it just a little second longer, grab it on the top, and as I sort of discharge this lightning energy, this pseudopod thing just like goes completely rigid. Every sort of limb and shape that it has just like completely stretches out as far as it can go, and it just lands motionless, sort of a little bit of smoke going on, and just like I'm just going to call out to Ricasio and just say, okay, these things aren't tough, but we got to go. We got to go now. I'm going to start as best I can, pulling Eriko with me out the door that we came in, and sort of, just move as far as I can with him. Back out that way.
All right. Yeah, carrying another creature, you can move half your speed. Brancazio.
I noticed his camera died. I guess
Joseph
he's
gone?
actually. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Oh, he's still here in the chat. He's probably just fixing something.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
All right. Well, he stands there in indecision, and another one of those creatures like pinches off from the mass in the other room, and it runs towards Brancazio and tries to sink its tendrils into his flesh, the exposed area on his legs. Oh man. Oh, here we go. This is the right one. And it rolls 13, Joe, against Brancazio.
Okay. And that is that's damage, right?
Does a 13 hit?
What would I be looking at?
What is your armor? Top of the character sheet, it kind of looks like an armored symbol.
Oh, 17.
Yeah, so it...
So no.
Yeah, it's trying to like
Okay.
sink its like tendrils into the flesh of your legs, but you manage to avoid it.
Yeah, I see it coming, and I'm able to sidestep.
Okay, and again,
It
flies
lands up
past you
beside me
still.
with a splat. Mm.
Giovanni.
Okay. Yeah. For the time being, I'm going to keep trying to pull Eriko back, and I'm just going to, in my fingers from my little bracelet that I keep some of these sort of gold beads on, I sort of just flick around one-handed back to the green stone, and I'm just going to start sort of forming out a geodesic symbol over Eriko, hoping it's not too late. I'm going to just do a standard... Actually, yeah, I'm going to do a taxing heightened... no heightened, taxing ward on Eriko as I'm pulling him out of the room. Yeah, so I sort of just pull this symbol over him, and then the sort of this shimmering field appears over him as I'm sort of pulling him back out of the room.
All right,
I'll just
Brancazio.
use all of my half movement to... I hope that's back out past the wooden door at this point, right? I'm sort of back in the corridor. Great.
How many of these little creatures are in the room at this point?
Just the one that fell over your legs.
Okay. I shout, Giovanni, we should retreat as we fight. I swing the battle axe once again. And then then move 30 feet away. And does that hit?
I don't see a roll.
Yeah, I don't...
Oh, I might need... Okay. Said it came through 11-17. I might need to refresh the page.
Okay, well if it's an 11, that's a hit, and that's a fatality as well.
And the battle axe slashes through the nasty little creature, nearly severing it in two. Blood, kind of congealed blood that's partially black, pours out of both sides.
All right. Another one of these creatures gets pinched off of that mass of flesh, and it starts blubbering, like, and it runs towards you on these twisting legs. And it's going to try to bite at your legs again. And yeah, 6, so it's a failure. And then that mass of flesh is going to... It sort of shoots out like a web of flesh, like long pseudopod, like tentacles in all directions. And they go throughout the room and like impact into the walls, forming like a sticky web. Make a dexterity saving throw, Brancazio.
Okay. It's just refreshing SR20. Or or sorry, yeah, roll 20 because it died
All right,
when my phone
I'll just roll
died.
for you. You get
Okay.
one of these pseudopods, covered in like a sticky slime, sticks to one of your legs and traps you in place. Giovanni.
Okay, seeing this, I'm going to run back to the doorway, and I'm going to start summoning some blue energy, and I'm going to. What's the range to this big thing? They're within 30 feet. You said it's quite a small room, right? Okay. Yeah, so I'll give it a distance. I'll give it one heightened. Yeah. I think that's gonna. Oh, just. Okay. Yeah. So I run up to the doorway, pull together some of this blue energy, and sort of, and then release it from my blue casting stone, and release this lightning bolt. It bounces across this creature's face. I'm assuming doesn't do very much damage, but nevertheless leaves it in a sort of slightly shocked state. And I'm gonna just step back a little bit from the doorway, but I'm not properly disappearing anywhere. I'm just sort of taking a sort of
Yeah,
5 foot back from the doorway.
The mass shudders and starts gyrating angrily, roiling like a sea at storm. Brancazio.
I'm a few feet away because I ran away. I pull out my javelin and hurl it. No, sorry, did I get trapped?
Yeah, your movement is 0. You can try to escape it with an action.
Okay, and then I would roll something.
Yeah, strength to escape.
I apologize, but I don't know. Strength, okay. Yeah, I try to pull myself away.
That's a success.
Okay, I managed to break free of the tentacle and run about 20 feet away and then turn and hurl my javelin
Yeah, that's
towards the
fatality.
mass.
Oh, against the mass. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah.
Right, the javelin pierces with a wet squoop, and the mass wriggles. Did you say it was a fatality or just a hit?
Just a hit.
Okay. The mass wriggles, a bunch of the tentacles retract from the wall, and it shows obvious signs of pain.
Yeah, and like little bits of acrid liquid are leaking down onto the ground. That little creature is going to run towards Brancazio and again try to sink its little fleshy bits into you. And yeah, it hits you for 7 points of necrotic damage as it sucks your blood. And then a single pseudopod like shoots out from the mass all the way to Giovanni. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Outrageous. But I'm outside the room.
Yeah,
12.
and that very long pseudopod, it like wraps around you and sticks to your body, holding you in place.
Yeah.
And it's your turn.
I don't love this. Maybe this will backfire spectacularly. Who knows? Okay, I'm gonna just sort of look down at this thing with a look of great annoyance and a little bit of fear. in my eyes, and then pull out and just hold on to some, pull together some of this blue lightning, and then I'm just going to try and jam it into the pseudopod that's currently holding on to me. I'm just going to try and make an attack on this thing without any distance and just release it into the pseudopod and see how that goes. Which would be, yeah, that's good. 2 heightens is 3 dice, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I sort of in kind of desperation and just hoping that this kind of works, I just hold on to a bigger ball of lightning and just jam it into this thing, and I assume this isn't going to release me.
Yeah, the lightning goes into the pseudopod and it travels all the way along down to the mass, and the pseudopod just burns up and withers away, releasing you.
Oh, awesome. That's what I was hoping, but I didn't want to just describe that in my actions and sort of, hey, look, I'm magically free.
No,
Well, I am magically free. That's the point.
that was great. I like that.
Awesome. Brilliant. Yeah, and then I'm sort of going to look at that, but then I will look up Bricazio, and I'm actually going to take a step or two inside the room at this point. But yeah, just say, yeah, I agree. We should get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's me.
All right, Broncazio.
So we're still in combat, but I drag, what's his name? The nearly dead person as far away as I can.
Got him out into, he's out in the T junction and outside.
Oh, sorry, he's out. Okay.
Ward on him. Yeah.
Okay.
He's warded and he's out in the room. He might be dead, but I've at least dragged his body out into the T junction and stuck a ward on him.
Okay. I also move away through the door, a good 25 feet, but I turn around and throw a javelin back through the door into the mass as I go.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. How many hit points does this thing have?
Question players have always asked.
Am I allowed to ask? Right? Okay. Right. So it's a hit. Once again, the javelin sinks in with another squelching thump. Again, we see some of that liquid oozing out. The thing recoils.
And it's vibrating now violently. And
we might be making progress.
It pinches off another one of those creatures. The first one dashes towards you. The second one tries to sink its suckers into your body. 15?
15 damage?
No, 15 to hit.
Oh, that's a fail.
Okay.
Once again, I kicked the thing away.
All right, Giovanni.
Okay. No, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna take a step back now to the door again because I don't want to be in this room. I stepped in just to make sure, but I'm on my way through the door. I'm gonna sort of pull some blue lightning energy, and sort of as I'm passing through the door, I want to kind of just sort of like blast it back past me as I'm sort of walking through the door. Damn it. But yeah, unfortunately, as I'm pulling this sort of blue lightning energy, I sort of just get slightly caught up in one of the tendrils, and just it fizzles away with sort of a slight bluish burst, but just harmlessly dissipates into the room. And I will just emit some choice curse word and complete whatever distance and movement I have. I think I can pretty much get back to the others, but I'm just going to head back to Brocasio and Eriko.
The two creatures look back, and there's like a sound as they start slinking back into the bloody room.
Well, we might have survived. I will try to close the door.
Okay. Yeah, you go back towards the door. They see you there. They rush out again to get you.
Damn it! uh,
But you manage to kick both of them over, and you close the door with them inside.
okay. Phew.
I'm gonna try and
I
bend
just,
down and do the same check I did before. Did we successfully get Eriko out alive, or
He's
did
got
he
blood leaking
succumb
out of
to?
his leg, and he's pale all over, but he seems to still be breathing.
Okay, I will try and tend to his wounds and try and patch up and deal with this sort of his leaking leg as best as I can. Medicine,
Sure.
or are we just good?
I think you're fine. He's stable.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he is sufficiently stable.
Great. Yeah, and so I just sort of tend to those things. Make sure that he's not going, and then okay. Well, I mean, like you say, this is. I mean, I feel good if we can just help Asela at this point, to be honest, and heck, this should be evidence enough. Either way, I think we head out of here carefully. Who knows what
agreed.
state the cart house is in, but
We must be halfway through the night now. Yeah, let's get Eriko out as quickly as we can.
yeah. Are you good carrying him? I've still got a couple of wards up. I'll take the lead on this one.
Sure, that works well.
All right. Yeah, you make
I
your
will
way.
take the lantern and
Back through the tunnel. You don't encounter any more resistance, and you exit through the hole in the cart house, and you hear a gentle weeping from up in the mezzanine.
Yeah, Giovanni, can you climb up there to check out what's going on?
of course. I pull up the my sort of fabric covering again that I'd taken down for the trek through the tunnels, and I will cautiously and quietly climb up onto this mezzanine and see what I can see. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take the lantern, I think, but I will, cautiously just head up onto this mezzanine and try and see what the source of this noise is.
There's a small figure hunched over that body.
Mina?
Yes? And she turns around, tears streaking down her face.
I'm sorry. I take it you knew him?
I think this was Antonio, but it's hard for me to tell. I came to check on you. I thought you might need my help.
You shouldn't have come. It was very dangerous, but you've been very brave. Let's get him out of here. Let's get you out of here. It's a horrible place, and I'm sorry that you ever had to come here. You were brave coming in here, but you should never come back.
I don't think I will. I know one of the Grey Cloaks. I think I'm going to go tell him.
We definitely need to tell the Grey Cloaks. Yes. We'll get your friend out of here. Come on, let's come with us for now, and I will. Do the best I can to pull myself together, and sort of slightly shakily, I will sort of just pick up this.
And she throws herself into your arms, and she's weeping.
I will, try and give her a hug and a pat on the back of the head. And I'm just going to. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But we have to get out of here now.
Thanks for finding Antonio.
Can you do that for me?
I thought I'd never see him again.
Well, we'll do what we can. But can you make it down the ladder now for me?
Yeah, and
Ocasio's down there.
she climbs down shakily.
Right. And yeah, I'm gonna do the best I can to pick up Enrico and sort of take him down with me as head out the front door, I think.
All right.
Opens from the inside, right?
I'm going to go find the Grey Cloak. I think you should know about this.
Of course. What was his name?
He has kind eyes. He's the one from the refuse gate. I never caught his name.
We know who you mean.
It sounds like Luciano. I can overhear from the ground floor. I shout up.
Oh, I think we're all down on the ground floor at this point. I think we've made our way down the ladders. I think, but to be fair, I mean, I've taken the lantern with me, so maybe you're still shouting up to the mezzanine. And I just come up kind of, we come here.
Hello. Oh, I jump a little. Oh, shit.
Yeah, sorry, but Luciano seems kind enough. Tell him that Brasco and Giovanni come through. We'll speak with him at the outside the blacksmith and Asila's house.
All right, and she scatters off into the night.
For now, I think. Yes, I think to Asila's as quickly as we can. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with this poor young man, Enrico, that I've got here, but we certainly can't leave him in this place. But I'm not going to take him in to Asila's. That's too far as well. But let's go that way for now.
Asila's is just around the corner.
Right, of course, yeah.
And yeah, it's only about 10 minutes to get there, but it's nighttime, so the blacksmith is all closed, the lights are all out.
Yeah, no, of course. Yes, she lives inside and on the top floor, doesn't she?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
Well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and knock pretty loudly on the door. Actually, no. Before I do that, do you remember the blacksmith's name? Was did I get his name?
I have it. Yeah, we did. It's Decimo.
Decimo. Perfect. Okay, I think we need to get him up and get him to let us in, and I'm sure he'll help explain some of this. But I also don't want to panic him, so I knock firmly on the door, and then sort of I'm not shouting it, but I sort of in a fairly sort of loud voice. I'm just going to cry and Decimo, it's us. It's Brancazio and Giovanni. We've got some good news actually. If you could let us in and help us, please.
And it takes a very long time. It's about 10 minutes. But you hear like shuffling and banging and like clothing shuffling. But eventually the lock is pulled and the door opens. You see him. He's like naked from the waist up with this like rippling svelte physique. And he says, "Did you say Decimo? Do you mean the stonemason?"
My apologies. We've been going around a few different.
And then he looks down. He's like, "Is that Erico?"
Yes, it is.
The hell did you find him?
It's a story for some time.
Long story.
We'll fill you in. Do you, by any chance, have some blankets and or a rug or
something?
something?
Let me go get Acella. She'll take care of him.
Before you do that, please, is there any large piece of fabric or canvas or anything of that nature you could lend me? Something that you're not attached to and you're not going to need back.
Sure,
I can explain, but just... Perfect. Thank you very much.
Grabs like a big homespun sheet.
Great. And I am just gonna, as best as I can, sort of just wrap up. I've already forgotten the child's name now, but
Antonio.
Antonio, yeah. Just to try and cover up and sort of just try as gently as I can, but just sort of try and wrap Antonio up so that I'm not, holding this horrific sight and just, oh look, oh God, no, please wake up. We didn't. So yeah, I'm sort of just wrapping up as gently as I can, just to try and sort of. Thank you. Yes, I agree. Other than that, yeah, yeah, yes, that's.
No.
Thank you for letting us in. I hope you can understand why it was rather urgent.
Yes, no problem. He says, please go. It should be the two of you that bring him back to her.
Now, Giovanni, I interrupt. Now, I know we just walked 10 minutes to get here, but don't you think one of us should stay at the cart house? I'm worried. I mean, Mina's quite emotional. I don't know she will send along the right message, and I'm worried Luciana will instantly declare war on all the orcs. We really need them to just guard that cart house so we can show the evidence to Prefect Romanus in the morning or tonight if we can wake him up.
I agree. I also wasn't overjoyed at sending message to Luciano, but I wasn't quite sure what else we could do in the situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I
well,
do agree. I
you've
certainly don't
you've
think both of us should be very long here, but yes, maybe one of us should head back
yeah.
already.
You've got the softer tongue. Perhaps you could comfort Acela, and bring her the good news that her husband is alive, while I rush back to the cart house. Does that sound like a plan?
That works for me, yes. I don't think you're going to be able to stop him summoning some sort of militia and starting to mobilize things. And I can't blame him at this point. These are pretty horrible things. But I agree with you as much as possible. We need to make sure that I guess that people know the truth of what's going on, and this doesn't just turn into a one-off event that is then lost and forgotten.
Mm.
But, yes, I have faith. You'll make him understand somehow, I'm sure. Well,
I'll do my best.
Yes, I think, unpleasant though it is for the time being, it might be best to keep the child here undercover. I don't think that sight is going to help calm emotions any.
That's very wise. If you can, perhaps keep him even out of sight of the blacksmith.
What? Keep him out.
That was
Keep
my
what outside
intention.
of me?
Eriko wasn't the only victim we discovered and we sort of brought back, but unfortunately, this poor young man didn't make it. It's a pretty ghastly sight. I would strongly recommend. This is why I wanted the blanket. We brought him back. He needs to be buried and given some sort of dignity, but sight's probably going to live in my nightmares for a long time. I would seriously suggest we just we'll give him to the authorities and he can be given a proper burial at his first opportunity. But
Well, you shouldn't keep a cell waiting.
No, of course not. Yes, no. Yes, well, I'll catch up with you in a little, Francasio. But for now, yes, and I will. Carry Eriko up the stairs as best I can. I might get the blacksmith to give me a hand carrying him upstairs. Yeah, perfect. And then I will knock a little bit more gently on Ursula's door, and then once I'll wait until I hear some sounds from inside, and as soon as I hear some sounds, I'm just gonna call out to him and just say, "It's Ursula, it's Giovanni. We have some incredible news for you. He's hurt, but he's alive and he's okay.
You found Eriko?
We seem to
and she opens up the door. She throws it open.
and I he's quite badly hurt, but I sort of help sort of carry him in and sort of go over and lay him down on the sort of bed that's there, and just take a step back and let her start sort of nursing and tending to him.
Yeah, she grabs some cloths and dips them in water and starts like cleaning off his face from all the blood and guts. She says, "Oh, thank you. Where did you find him? Where was he?"
He was in an underground tunnel and some very ghastly underground room or place underneath the cart house. It is unfortunately something to do with the orcs, and it was a very, very unpleasant experience for him. I'm sure it was I doubt he's had a good time of it these last couple of weeks.
Yes. I just can't imagine why. He was such a kind, gentle soul. Why would they want him? Oh, but thank you so much. I don't have any coin to repay you, but regardless, you have my
I wouldn't
thanks.
take coin from you, but I think if he does remember or have any knowledge or memories of what happened, it will almost certainly be necessary for him to share that with some of those in the city and sort of explain this to a few other things. Just as a forewarning now, I think it's best that you just know the reality of this. That I fear he's going to have some pretty horrible memories of this, but I also fear he's going to need to relive them and recount them a little bit. But
Yes.
for now, I'll leave you to just reconnect and be well.
He's so thin and gaunt, poor thing. Oh, but please, I should get him to bed. I wouldn't want to cause him any more undue stress. But please, you have my thanks to infinity.
That is no problem at all. I hope I'll be back tomorrow to check in on him.
Please do. I'm sure
I
he
hope
will
that'll
want
be
to
okay.
talk to you if he wakes up before then.
Of course. Well,
Yeah.
I'm
going over
pleased
to
for you anyway. Sorry, I'm a
Brancazio.
little overwhelmed.
Yeah, going over to
Please.
Brancazio. So you make your way to the cart house, and eventually a tired and haggard-looking Luciano approaches you in the night. He's like slinking along, trying to stay in the shadows. Brancazio, is that you?
Oh, there you are, Luciano.
One of the urchins came to fetch me. She said you had news.
Ha ha. That's understating it. We've figured out some of the orcs' game. Do you have any other gray cloaks you can trust to guard this cart house until morning?
Is your other companion all right?
Yes, he's fine. We found his name slips my mind. We found Erico.
You found
He's
Erico?
alive, though unconscious.
Oh, wonderful
Yeah.
news.
Yes, thank goodness we did too. I think he would have been human meat if it was too many more hours.
Yes. Why don't we find your companion? You can both catch me up.
Sure. But in the meantime, this cart house holds important evidence to incriminate the orcs. Like I said, can you trust any of your companions to guard it for the rest of the night?
I think I can find a few people.
Okay, please do.
I'd like you to, you and your companion, to tell me all about what happened first. I'm sure it won't mind
You'd
a few
like-
minutes.
Sure, if you insist. There's a hidden tunnel under the cart house. The orcs seem to be using it to channel meat, human and otherwise, out of the city. There's also some other ghastly horrors under there that I don't ever want to see again.
All right, and then we'll go back to Giovanni right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna leave Asela sort of quietly bow out and just leave her looking after Eriko, and then yeah, for the time being. Yeah, for the time being, I am just gonna leave Enrique. What was his name?
You mean the blacksmith?
No, the kid.
Oh, Antonio, yeah.
Antonio, that's the one. Yeah, for now, I'm just gonna leave Antonio there. Yeah, I will leave the blacksmiths and just head back to the car house, basically.
All right, Luciano and
Yeah.
Brancazio were talking together.
Yeah.
So you said there were other horrors going on beneath the cart house. Like what?
This creature. It's like a massive ball of writhing flesh. I wouldn't want to know what it eats, but it sort of germinates these little creatures off its side. Nasty little buggers, not that big, kind of like a bull terrier if they had no hair and no soul. Not that's like you can defeat them, but they're more just kept coming. Ugh, gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, and she just looks at you wide-eyed, jaw dropped, and he just stands there in stunned silence for like a minute.
Right.
What is this creature? Giovanni, what do you think? He waves you over.
Yeah, I see them both. Believe me, I'm glad you got here. Is Brancazio's been filling you in?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to this writhing flesh creature beneath the Orc District. What are your thoughts?
I don't really know what to make of it at the moment. It seemed that the orcs were providing food to it. Why and to what end, I don't know. But it seemed that it was set up in a hidden chamber under there, and they had all manner of strips of meat and creatures in there. Some human, some animal, and it seemed to be there for the creature's consumption. I have no idea why the orcs would be taking care of this thing. It's I don't know how long they've been digging to that place, because I mean, I would imagine the production of that tunnel is where all of this earth came from. That meant that they kept carting that out of the city. If they're doing, we didn't explore all of the tunnels, but maybe more. But it seems likely that that's where all of that dirt was coming from. But I have no idea what that creature was. I feel like I'll level with you. Part of this investigation started with Octavia?
Patriarch
Yes,
Romanus.
I'll just be 1 minute.
Romanus, right?
Okay.
Was see? Yeah, because I keep losing track. It was Romanus that we went to see. Then was it? So who's Octavia?
Yeah.
Oh, Octavia was just the guy that showed us in.
Was he?
Yes.
Or was he? Or was that his
I don't know.
first name? Because I thought they were the same.
Oh, Octavia
I have
Romanus.
notes.
That would
I
make sense.
think so. Yeah.
Okay. That would make sense.
Yeah.
A very meta game question, but where's your health at? How wounded are you at the moment?
I'm not doing well. I think I have 8. How about you?
Well, I'm still at full 13.
Okay. I mean, that's so funny. I really did have the luck of the draw. Mine is 8, which is a third of my full health.
Yeah.
and it's only a little less than yours.
Mm-hmm.
um,
But
yeah.
how things go. I've
Mhm.
still got some war. Well, I've got some wards up, although they won't last for much longer.
Right. Tim's imagination is good, eh? I did not see that creature coming. Well, okay, like the breathing, it was like, okay, there's something there, but
All right. Well, men, I think it's fair to say that the iron is now hot.
Agreed.
So I think it is time
Agreed.
to
well,
strike. And I have prepared for this
whoa, whoa,
contingency.
whoa.
With the two of you being...
Hold on, Luciano. I know, yeah, I know you want to fight, and I hate the orcs as much as you, but we've got enough evidence here. We could show this to the patriarch, convince the prefect. We could have every gray cloak in the city on our side, clearing out the orcs. I'm worried if you jump ahead now, you'll cause unneeded casualties.
All I'm saying is it's time for me to activate my militia. So my thoughts are, there is an armory, a Grey Cloak armory, just a few streets over. I've got men prepared with carts to cart out all of their goods. I would like the two of you to disable the two guards that will be protecting the armory. And in return, I have heard, with a reliable source, that there is a weapon that the prefect confiscated from another party of mercenaries, and the two of you can take that weapon.
Okay, you pique my interest, but a weapon?
I
Tell me
don't.
more.
That's all I know about it. It's some powerful weapon that the prefect has spirited away.
Hmm. Giovanni, what do you? That that's hardly enough information. On the other hand, we have 500 pieces of gold waiting for us.
No, there's no reason you can't have both.
That is true. I think there is a role for your militia to play for sure. I suppose at this point now, my concern this ultimately is clear evidence of wrongdoing, and clearly something has to be done about these orcs, and this whatever is going on down there cannot continue. This much we agree on. My
Hmm.
concern and my counsel to you would simply be that if this is not taken in the right way, that it may be that some of those politicians that are willfully turning a blind eye to what the orcs may be doing, and they deliberately don't pay attention, find it easy to dismiss you as just another bunch of malcontents that are striking back. Whereas what we need is to make sure that what is going on here is
What am
known
I?
and is used so that the city can I'm
What am
not
I
saying that
supposed to
your
do?
militia
Am I
shouldn't be
supposed to
involved.
sit back and let my people die?
No,
Here,
quite the opposite.
here's what.
What we're suggesting is rather than storming the Grey Cloaks' armory, taking their weapons and thus setting yourself up as an enemy of the city and thereby bring down all of the government structures against you because you have just made yourselves the target. Instead, we find a few politicians and a few influential people that we know we can trust and get them down there, and we figure out and show them some of this evidence tonight. And so come morning, it's not just you and a couple of shopkeepers that have stormed a Grey Cloak armory. Rather, it's a series of prefects and other influential people across the city that are all saying what we've discovered last night is horrific and has shocked us, and we need to push these people out. And then, if the Grey Cloaks still are standing in our way, then at this point we have prefects and other people on our side who will rally to your cause and agree with you. My concern is if all we do right now is storm a Grey Cloak armory and start barricading the Orc district, all the evidence that is under this city of these horrific actions counts for nothing.
Well, the problem is that we are going to need a force to secure this evidence. I expect it will be all covered up by morning time. And who else are you going to get? The Grey Cloaks? Can you trust them?
No.
Right,
So
right.
I would agree with you. I would
Okay,
agree with you. Your militia. My point fundamentally was that I think you activating your militia and swinging in. I'm on board with that. I just simply wish to make sure we're on the same page that the first course of action needs to be rally support, secure this location, and start bringing support to our side, and not simply barricading the orcs and starting a fight.
Very well.
But if we're on the same page with that, then I agree. I think your
I can
militia
agree
has a
to
very
that.
important role to play.
All right. So
Very
we have
good.
decided then.
Yes.
I think so.
And he pulls
we
forth like a simple brass key and hands it to you. This will get you into the armory. As far as I know, there will be 2 guards stationed tonight. Please don't hurt them if you can avoid it. If we can turn Grey Cloak opinion to our side as well, that would be optimum. But if you need to, then spill some blood.
You I was already on. I was thinking much the same thing. I really do not wish to have to hurt these Grey Cloaks in doing this. I would really rather find any means at our disposal to not hurt them in completing this task. So we are 100% on the same page with that. I
Once
think
you
I
have-
have an idea that may persuade them.
Once you have taken the guards, signal me with the sound of a bird call, and we will swing in with the carts to cart away the materials.
Very good. We
Alright,
will
I've-
probably at that point leave you almost immediately to go and speak to what contacts we have to start trying to get some of the prefects. Although we're mere mercenaries, we have a few friends at least, so who may be interested in learning more about this.
All right, very good.
Giovanni, do you think
I
now
must
is
go
a
organize my
good
men.
time to be... Okay.
And he slinks off.
Giovanni, do you think now is a...
Yeah.
well, he's gone. Okay. I was going to suggest being open with him about who we are and why we're interested in the orcs, but too late now.
I think it's simultaneously obvious enough and unimportant enough. I think the fact that we were here and we were paid to investigate these things is he's probably guessed that much. Exactly who
Right.
will become fairly obvious because we're going to have to run off to Romanus and tell him and get him involved anyway. And hopefully he agrees and supports us, unless it's going to be fairly obvious when we turn up with him, or at least with his support. For now, grim, grisly, and horrific though it is, I think possibly the easiest and most effective means we have of convincing these Grey Cloaks is to show them that poor child and the evidence that we've brought back.
Ugh. Nasty, but you're right. Like I say, Giovanni, you're the one with the brains in this outfit. Would you like me to take a turn carrying the grizzly bundle?
You could.
Sure. I seem to have a slightly stronger stomach than you, my friend.
Yes. So let's take a quick tour to the blacksmiths and on to the armory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the package is there where you left it, smelling of decay and blood and old flesh.
Yeah, I rip a corner off my shirt and wrap it around my face before hefting the package onto my shoulder.
Yeah, it squelches slightly.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, to the armory.
Yeah, it's only a few blocks over. It's close to the refuse gate, and it's a normal-looking building, but more well reinforced. It's got the slate roofs and brick walls. The front door is banded with metal. It's heavy wood.
We walk right up to the front door. Do we see sentries, or are they inside?
There are no sentries outside.
My question: we have a key. Should we let ourselves in, or should we ask to be invited in? I don't.
I think. I don't know how any good man could see this bundle and not want to help. I think we knock on the door and ask to be let in.
Yeah.
Okay, I knock
Yes.
on the door Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you're okay with that, Giovanni?
Yeah, there's like a slit in the
Okay.
door with a slide that slides open, and you see the eyes of an older man with graying hair and a long gray beard poking up. Hey, what's your business in these parts? And then he crinkles up his nose. Oh, what is that smell?
We have some rather distressing news, and we were hoping that you might be able to help us in this matter. I realise it's probably not procedure in these matters, but is there? We're quite happy to lay down our arms here. Is there a way we can come inside and discuss this matter?
Look, this is a restricted area. I can't let anyone in.
Understandable.
Aye, we understand, but
indeed, we'll try and explain as best we can out here in the open, but there's part of this discussion that
if
really
I let
should be
anyone
had.
in, they'll put me to the sword.
right.
Understandable.
But are you okay with
Quite right.
the orcs putting little children like this to the sword? And I partly unwrap the blanket.
And he recoils back. He's like, "What is that?"
That's a young boy
inside the art house.
who we found. Yeah, we found in the cart house. His name was not Enrique. It was Antonio.
In the cart house.
We're under the employ of Octavia Romanus. Is that right?
Look, why are you showing me all this? Just be plain. Speak plainly with me.
Right. So we were employed by the Romanus family to investigate the goings on with the orcs and see what was going on. And in the course of that, we broke into the cart house this evening to try and investigate what is going on in there, because we happen to know from some of our earlier investigations that they're taking out half rubbish and half earth, which we thought was suspicious, but nothing too concerning. But when we broke into the cart house and started looking around, we discovered the remains of this poor man. We discovered a tunnel underneath it, and I don't know if you are familiar with poor Erica, who was disappeared a while ago whilst collecting his waste. We actually have found and recovered him. He is back now with Asela, his wife, being tended to. Now, clearly, this is a horrific development, and despite all of the rumors that have been swirling about what the orcs may or may not have been up to, I think this is clearly beyond what any of us sort of feared might be happening. And so Luciano, one of your compatriots, is quite keen to try and make sure that there's a suitable guard on this. Indeed, and he's very keen to get some of the citizens in order to guard this evidence and make sure that whatever is happening there is discovered and investigated properly. And to that end, we're trying to rally some citizens together just to keep the evidence under lock and key for the time being. And to that end, we were.
But
really
those citizens
you would
could use a few
and...
weapons, if you know what I mean.
All right, roll persuasion. Just Giovanni.
Yep. Okay.
And he says, "Look, I understand. I understand where you're coming from, and like, I don't love the orcs, but I've got a job here to do, and I can't let you into the building. I'm sorry."
I understand that
Look,
completely.
You guys leave here. I'm gonna forget any of this ever happened. And he just closes the latch shut.
Okay. Sort of look reluctantly at Ricasio and give it a minute or so.
Draft.
Just give it a minute or so. and then I'd sort of pull out the brass key, sort of quietly put it into the lock and open it up. And just, now the play here, they haven't let us in. Does he really want to get hurt fighting for this, or would he lose his job if he was just regrettably overpowered? I can tell it's the only play we've got left. Although maybe
It
just
really
to be on the
is.
safe side, here, let's just. I really, really don't want it to come to this, but just in case, and I will go through a quick little bit of warding.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just a standard heightened once on both of us. So it should give us protection against 2 attacks. Nope. Okay, that one failed. Shit. Okay, I'm standing out. Okay, last one, because I can't stand out in the street all night doing this. Okay, I'm going to call it quits. I know in principle, but it just feels ridiculous to me, the idea of just keep hitting the roll button until eventually it works. That just sits wrong with me.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm so distracted and disheartened by all of these events that I just can't get the wards to hold. I still had. How long has it been since we were down going into the tunnels and stuff? I guess the wards that I had on for all of that stuff will have faded by now, right?
Gone.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. I give it a few goes and I just can't get stuff right. Okay, well, I guess we just got to hope this doesn't turn violent.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, and just the only play I can think of now is to just hope that they're still sympathetic, but just simply say they didn't let us in.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, and yeah, I put the key in, and I quietly turn the key in the lock. And then I'm going to push the door open quite quickly. I don't want it slamming, but I'm just going to push the door. I'm not sort of doing a super. I'm just going to push it open quickly and firmly, and just step in and let Ocasio follow me.
Yeah. And he's sitting there, head in his hands, and then he whips his head around. He's like, "How'd you get the key?" And he's there.
Well,
There's
this
also
way you didn't let us.
There's a young man lying in a bed asleep.
I'm just going. You didn't let us in. How could anyone possibly blame you? You didn't let anyone in. You were overpowered. You overslept. Whatever excuse works for you.
And he glances down at like a table 10 feet away that's got like his armor and weapons on it.
Clearly you sympathize with us, but I can understand you don't wish to be involved in this. Who's to say you weren't overpowered and put in a storeroom, bundled to a side room? How could you possibly?
And he puts his hands up in the air and he says, "Look, you've got the jump on me, but please don't do this. This doesn't have to happen. If this happens, I'll be put to the sword tonight, and they're going to find you and put you to the sword tomorrow. We can stop this right now."
Okay.
So
I've just stepped inside the room.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
What more is there to tell? Look, you've got me here. But if I let you leave this room, my life is forfeit.
Even if there was nothing you could have done, even if all that we're saying is true and that come dawn, the leaders and people of this city are crying out that something had to have been done, that all of these actions were justified.
Look, Eduardo isn't a man known for his compassion. Look, you've got me in a bind here. Do as you will, but I beg of you, it's not too late. We can stop this.
I'm sorry, mate. I don't think there's much else we can do. We can certainly talk to a patriarch to see about protecting you, though.
All right. And he just stands there looking down, dejected.
Alrighty. I give him a push in the back. Off you go. Is there a storehouse nearby? Or a storeroom?
Yeah, there's a closet over there. He points to it.
We
We'll
push him
do
towards the
everything
closet.
we can to make sure that no harm comes to you. I realize that may not be enough, but we will do everything we can.
He looks at you dourly in size.
I check the closet to see if it has a firm lock on the door or not.
Yeah, it's not locked at all, but like it doesn't have.
But there is a lock?
It doesn't have a lock.
It doesn't. Okay. Alrighty. Well, this closet doesn't lock.
Put a bookcase in front of it. It'll be fine.
Sure. What if we tie his hands up just to make certain?
You don't want to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah. Alrighty. We'll just put him inside. Off you go. In you go, sir.
Yeah, and he dejectedly goes into the room.
And you said there's another young man in the room too, right?
He's sleeping in a bed, sleeping very deeply.
Oh. Giovanni, can you wake up the other fellow and bring him over to the closet as well?
Yeah, I think. Do we try and explain to this guy, or do we simply just try and act like common thieves and take him at sword point this time? Might be quicker.
I think so. Make
In a
it
bit of a
quick.
rush.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of grab a blade from the table, go over to him. Just be ready in case he does try anything stupid, but hopefully this is quite enough. I'm gonna sort of just shake him awake, and then as soon as his eyes open, I'm just sort of gonna put a blade in his face, and just
He startles.
don't say a word, and we can all get through the night nice and peaceful. I just need you to stand in the closet and wait for a minute.
He's a young man. He's still got like the baby fat on his face, and he's gone all red. He says, "Ah." And he just follows your every word.
That's what I thought. Nah, no one need get hurt. I certainly don't want to hurt you, but get in the closet.
Yeah, and he backs into it.
I slam the door shut.
If you could move something in front of it, and then we'll make some bird noises, and then I feel like we need to get ahead of this before things go too far, and explain to the prefect and hope. Explain to Romanus and hope that this situation can still be salvaged somehow.
Yes, I agree, Giovanni. But do you think we can afford 5 minutes to look for this weapon?
Yeah, right. So yeah,
I know.
noises. You go searching. I'll make some bird noises, and then I'll join you.
Perfect. Yeah, you head out the door to do that. I thunderously knock on the closet door. Hey, mate! Is there a special weapon in this place? Perhaps confiscated from someone else?
I don't know. I'm not allowed into the armory.
What? Really?
I just guard the place.
Okay. Do you have a key?
No, I don't.
Okay. I think we forgot to say it, but we've pushed something heavy against the door. What direction's the armor?
Luciano has the key.
Yep.
The armory's in the back, just past those double doors.
Okay. Wait, did my character know Lucy? Sorry, did he say Luciano has the key?
Yeah, you guys told him
Yeah.
that Luciano
Okay.
was involved.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Um,
Look, if we're going down, Luciano's going down with us. All right.
oh yeah.
We'll name drop him
Okay.
all day long.
I sprint to the door. Giovanni,
Yeah.
Giovanni. Uh,
Yeah.
tell Lu,
Keep your voice
please
down. We don't want
bring the
anyone
key.
else.
Okay, bring the key back. The key for the armory when you meet
What
Giovanni.
Luciano's key? The key that Luciano
Or
gave
sorry,
us.
so I thought he gave us the front door key.
I'm sure Luciano gave us the. I'll come back with the key. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I come back with the small brass key and yeah, try that in the armory door.
Yeah, it unlocks those as well.
Okay. Great. I mean, swords, maces, pikes,
Yeah, there's weapons of all
all the
kinds.
standard stuff.
There's gray cloaks, armor, and then there's a case at the very back. Just a simple wooden case.
I wonder what's in there. I walk towards it, try to see if I could open it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back outside and continue making bird noises.
It swings open with no resistance, and sitting inside of it is it's a battle axe about 4.5 feet long, very long, and on its head, it's made of this like purple, wavy, crystalline, bronze-like material, and it's almost see-through. You can see the back of the case behind it, and the blade is very, very thin, and as you open it, you hear a sound like chimes. Like, well, you know what chimes sound like. Like chimes coming from the weapon.
Ooh la la. I do like me a good battle axe. I reach out almost hesitantly to touch it. The purple on it and the way it almost shimmers. Yeah, makes me hesitant.
Yeah, as you come into contact with it, it feels like a little jolt of electricity running through your hand down into your arm.
Wow. Quite something. I wonder if this is how Zeus feels when he wields a thunderbolt. My goodness. I pick it up. Let's test it. I walk over to a small wooden table further along in the room and hack at it.
Yeah, and it sinks deeply into the wood, cutting through it with ease like butter. The blade is so thin. Outside,
Wow.
you see like 10 carts and 30 men coming. The axles are well greased, so it's making barely any noise. They're wearing dark cloaks. And they line up to the building, and people start rushing in, and they start gathering arms and armor and cloaks and piling them up on the carts.
I just sidestep them and step out of the building looking for Giovanni. Giovanni.
I'm stood off to one side. I wander over to him. You find something?
As you get close, you also hear those gentle chimes.
You seem to be making even more noise when you move.
Yeah. They weren't kidding about a weapon. Look at this beauty. I hold it up.
That's quite something.
It's
definitely unique, and it definitely looks powerful.
Oh, it is.
Right
It made
now, I feel like we should run to go and speak to Romanus, but I mean, if we end up down in those tunnels with that damn monster, this could be just the thing we need.
so true. All right, you're right. I can stop. I'll stop mooning over the weapon for now. Let's head off to find the patriarch.
Luciano comes at the back of the line. He comes to the two of you and he says, "Thank you too for all the help that you've given to me and to the city. And I think that today is the dawning of the conquering of the human spirit." And he pulls out 2 vials of red dye. It says, like, for the cloaks, I've decided to name our militia the Red Cloaks. in opposition to the Grey.
Ah, you're a dramatist, are you? Ah, well, symbols never hurt.
I think the symbols are very powerful, but I think this is the
Yeah.
dawn of a very interesting time in the city of our in the history of our city, and I think the two of you are going to be at the heart of it.
I certainly hope things go well. For now, we need to rush off and see if we can secure a little bit more support. But we will catch up with you shortly.
Yeah, and having filled the carts, they rumble off. They trundle off into the distance, and he gives you a short, smart salute.
Well, we can either
Godspeed,
now go
mate.
and get some support, or we have just started a bloody insurrection that's going to result in absolute sheer chaos. Let's
Yeah.
hope not.
All right.
Ah,
And this is the end of our 3-session series. We got through pretty much everything. Thank you both for
Cool.
playing. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
yeah.